But now it is my honor to recognize our two founders of this incredible organization, Darcy Bingham and Carrie Stone. 10 years ago, these two amazing women had an idea to bring a concept called Social Venture Partners to San Diego. It was a different way of giving back, a strategic way of giving back in a more meaningful way with their dollars, with their time, and with their expertise. And these 10 years, really, we have evolved, and it's really because of their hard work, their dedication. I'm sure there's a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, and they're here to share their story with you this afternoon. So please help me welcome Darcy and Carrie.
So we were asked to speak a little bit about the history and the why behind Social Venture Partners. Oh, a little closer. Okay. Well, my passion in starting a new model of philanthropic giving in San Diego started when I was a venture capitalist. I'm a recovering venture capitalist now. I'm in the headhunting business. But also from my desire not to attend another rubber chicken event, and I also wanted to know where my dollars were going. So I started researching venture philanthropy, and I had breakfast with Bob Bingham, and he said, hey, I think my wife might be interested in something like that. So I met Darcy on the campus of UCSD. We were both at a meeting, and we had a lively and passionate discussion about our interests.
In the parking lot.
In the parking lot, and it was about 110 degrees, a rare warm day in San Diego. And it was clear that we needed to work together. But I had seen her in action at some of you had been to iLounge. How many of you remember iLounge that Bob chaired? And I knew really this was a partner that would get things done. And so Darcy was at a conference and had heard somebody from Social Venture Partners present, and I had been up in Silicon Valley researching venture philanthropy, and we jumped into the deep end of the pool together, and we started a donor-advised fund with the San Diego Foundation with the help of Charlene Pryor, who I saw here. Charlene, thank you so much for everything you did. For a year we met in greasy spoon coffee shops trying to figure it out, dusting off the flies. And now you're with the zoo, is that correct? Still with the zoo. And thank you so much for everything you did to help us jump into the deep end of the pool there. Then we went up and met with Social Venture Partners up in Seattle, and they were wonderful. They opened their kimono, they said, learn from our mistakes and leverage from our successes. So unlike maybe what was said by Peggy, there was not a blueprint. They didn't give us a blueprint. They didn't say, here, go do this. Because we had some strong type A personalities in the founding group, we also wanted to do things a little differently, and actually Social Venture Partners up there started doing some things we did. So we had our first meeting at Ann and Bill Payne's house where we pitched the idea, and it was the first time in my humbling experience of being asking for money. Usually as a venture capitalist, people want to talk to you because you have the money, but I was incredibly humbled when I was grilled by people like Bill Carpenter in the due diligence phase there. And we learned a lesson there and rebooted our pitch, and we had a meeting at the Del Mar Powerhouse, and there we had another person grill us, and that was Neil Centuria. Is Neil here?
Yes,
here in his hat.
In the hat.
And I figured, tech support, thank you. I figured if we could pass Neil's test, we could really get some real money, and we did. He gave us a double thumbs up, and we were on a roll. We were on a roll. So from there, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, many founding partners, and I want to recognize one special founding partner who flew 3,000 miles to be here today, and that is Susan Anderson Ray and her husband, Ben. They live in Vermont, and they came to warm weather. It was warmer in Vermont today, by the way. But Susan was the first, and you were the first co-chair of the investment working group with Jerry. And I think we spent about an hour trying to figure out what that should be called. But anyway, that was sort of the founding part for me. But I have to say thanks to the people who said yes early on, because they were part of building the foundation for the organization today. And thank you to the new faces here who really built it to where it is today.